All right. Go ahead.
Lovely. And my face with no makeup or no nothing sitting in my closet gets recorded. But okay, hold on. I've got to push that okay button. So, hey, so glad y'all are on here. This was like one of those impromptu kind of things. Caitlin and me just talked a couple of days ago about how we need to do a team meeting. And life's been hectic. Like as I said, I'm sitting right now in my closet and I feel like pure tea crap right now, but I'm here and we want to keep this, like I said, short and sweet. We want to just show you a little bit of what we're doing right now in our business this month and what we're doing right now. Also, to focus on our business and for next month and preparing for next month. So I like transition month, even though a lot of times, sometimes it's like, okay, well, what do we focus on? You know, you kind of feel like sometimes, especially in the middle of the month, feel like, okay, well, what do I share? Because I've already shared everything that's leaving. You know, you don't want to share the fall stuff too early, the harvest collection stuff too early, but every transition month, I have a last chance first glance party. And I've always done it online. Caitlin's done it before in her house. I've always done mine online. You can do it however you want, whatever works best for your lifestyle, life and schedule. But my people are used to me doing it online, and that's what I do. So I create a whole separate group, like my VIP group, not an event page, another whole group, and name it Last Chance First Glance 2024 or something like that. You can put your name, Nicole's Last Chance First Glance 2024, whatever. And in your VIP group, you can say, hey, I'm going to have a last chance first glance party. This is going to be an opportunity for all of y'all to see everything that's leaving, you know, even more extensive than just posting the discontinued list, but actually taking time to maybe individually post. Like in that party, you're going to take time to individually post real life pictures of specific things. Maybe, you know, instead of posting all the warmers that are leaving in one post, you can focus on each one individually, and that gives you a ton of stuff to share. So like I started my event uh maybe Monday or Tuesday. I've had it going for a few days, and I'll have it going until the end of the month, obviously until the first. So that way I can share all the stuff happening now, and then I'll close it on the first. And that way I'll have pre-orders that I'll have put in for September 1st. So it's kind of like a double, killing two birds with one stone with this. Um, so you get PRV for now, and then you're gonna set yourself up to have a good start for September 1st. So what I'm doing, and this is something me and Caitlin talked about too, is I was at first going to highlight some of the catalog stuff coming. But then I was like, well, then we were like, well, no, let's focus on the harvest collection in the last chance first glance party. So that way, you know, that's the stuff that's going to be limited time. You're only going to, you know, some of that stuff, especially fragrance flowers, I don't know. Some of that stuff may sell out the very first day. I hope not. It could. But instead of focusing on the catalog stuff that's going to be around the whole 6 month, you know, the whole catalog season, focus on the harvest collection first, because that's going to be the stuff that's going to sell out first. It's a limited time collection. So what I did before I started is I announced it in my VIP group that I was going to have one. And I said, okay, the first 40 people or the first 40 people that join my party, and you can set it up to where, of course, everybody has to, you have to accept people in the group. So you can make a list of your first 40 people that join. First 40 people are going to get the harvest brochure, an actual brochure. And by the way, this baby is thick. She's the biggest harvest collection I have seen, and I'm so excited about this one. We have tons of stuff to share. Um, but harvest collection brochure, and I printed off these on Canva, and I think I had shared it in the group page. If not, and you want this template, let me know. But I think the person that had made it to where it would be on like kind of one page, and it would kind of go like this. But I just printed it on two different things, and my paper cutter is my bestie. I just cut these and put the felt samples in little 2x3 baggies, stapled them. You can do glue dots, tape, whatever, but I stapled mine in front of what it is, and so they'll have all 5 of the harvest samples. And I'm using I'm stuffing a lot in one envelope because I just recently got I started with stamps.com, so I'm printing off my own stamps, and it's going to be $1.25 to mail out this, and I'm fitting it all in one standard envelope, so it'll be cheaper instead of like a package. So look at all the stuff I'm putting in here. Like I said, brochure, the felt samples. I also printed this on or found this on Canva. This is a coupon that not everybody's going to get. Maybe you could use something like this for who, your best customers. If you can't do it for everybody, do it for maybe your top 10 customers. But this is Wax Cash, and I've got it going from every Friday from, let's see, September 6th through January 31st. And I did January 31st because that's the end of the incentive period. So every Friday, if somebody has this, they can use a coupon and they can pick which one that they want to use. So, and it's only on Fridays. So I'm going to have free shipping on Fridays. And there's going to be, sorry, did I miss? I don't know what happened.
You're good. If you hear something when people come in, just keep talking. I'll mute
Okay.
them.
It just, my screen went blank, so I didn't know what was going on. But there's a $5 off coupon, $10 off. Oh, okay. So it's $5 off 45, $10 off 75, a free Scentsy oil with any diffuser purchase, a free fragrance flower with any purchase over $150, a free pack of pods with the purchase of a Scentsy Air. So that's one of the new products. I can't wait to show that off, by the way. I'm excited about it. And then save $10 on the Laundry Love bundle, which, is, well, is it? It was 50. Is it more than that now? It's 55. Or is it still 50? Anyway, Laundry Love bundle, $10 off. So, and to redeem it, they have to text me. And obviously not valid with anybody else, only with me. So this is a personal thing. So they're getting that. And they're going to get a like it, love it, leave it list. So this is going to be something that they can keep. That's going to be convenient for them. So whenever they try new stuff, maybe it's wax, scent circles, anything that they get in through the fall catalog, they can put on here and they can check beside whether they like it or love it. Because there's so many scents, and sometimes it's hard for people to remember what they like and what they don't. And then I added my QR code down at the bottom for a quick way for them to get to my shopping link. So there's that, I think. And whenever I've used these, I've had really good feedback from this. So that's another reason I added it. And then last but not least, I added the discontinuing list for spring and summer. So that way, and I'm going to send these out tomorrow. That way they're going to have time to be able to look at this list, see if there's anything they want before the end of the month. And then also have enough time to look through their fall or harvest catalog to see if they want to pre-order anything. So yeah. That's what I'm putting in here. So the first 40 people got it. And the reason I did 40 is because I only had one bar of each of these, and you can get like 42 or 43 samples of each one with the felt. So I just did 40 and had a couple left over. In my last chance first glance, obviously I share everything that's leaving. I highlight those products more extensively. Anytime anybody orders, I do a shout out. I always put, and this goes in not even just last chance first glance, but any online party I do, if somebody orders, I always do a thank you and I tag them, because when people see other people order and they're going to want to order too. I will stand by that as long as I'm with Scentsy. And I like to do interactive games. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Like I just posted one about guess how many testers are in the jar. And, you could do the person that's closest to it without going over whatever. Ask them, okay, who's ready for summer? Or, I mean, who's excited for fall, or who's not ready for some of this stuff to go yet. So then based on those answers, you could say, hey, I know you are not ready for summer to be over yet. Did you know that all this stuff is 10% off? Blah, blah, blah. You can target those people based on what they say with what to show them. Send them private message individually. I think that's a really good interaction post for that. And so what I do is that whenever I have somebody that orders, I will, well, like I said, post a thank you, but then it unlocks a sneak peek to one of the new products. So, and I don't know if I did that last time, but I'm doing that this time and it's worked well. Every time somebody's ordered, I've went ahead and done a sneak peek of one of the new things. And so that also might be something that encourages people to order. But I'm going to run it, and like I said, until September 1st, and every day I'm going to post back and forth between fall or harvest collection and interactive posts and thank yous and all that. So that's where I'm at. If anybody has any questions about any of that, then we can talk about it.
Okay, so I'll go kind of piggyback off of what she's doing. So, I, like she said, I have done an in-person Last Chance First Glance for the last several years. But I just moved, so this is my first year not doing it. So I'm also doing it online, kind of doing the same thing, really spotlighting certain harvest collection items, things like that. But what I really want to talk about is my mail outs, what I'm doing, because also remember, you don't have to do everything we're doing. Sometimes it can seem overwhelming if you have all these things, but if you pick from the things that we say, like if you see something Nicole did that you really like, ask her for that flyer. She can help you with that. If you see something that you like that I'm doing, ask me and I can share that with you. So I always do mail outs like a lot of y'all do. If anybody orders from me in July, they get August scent of the month. I usually send out the samples earlier than I have at this point, but I haven't sent them yet. And I kind of waited because I wanted to put the harvest collection brochure in everybody's mail. So everybody that ordered in July gets the scent of the month for August. So they're getting the brochure with the sunflower fields warmer, and then they're getting the sample of the Honeycrisp harvest. But I'm also putting this in here. But this is what I really like about what I'm doing this year. I've never done this, and I think it's going to be helpful. I use something called a jot form. Some of you may be familiar with that. Basically, if somebody wants to pre-order something from the harvest collection, they just get to go online and pick out. They have a whole list of everything that's coming out, and they can check off the things they want. If you are not familiar with jot form, or you would like to have something easy all in one place and want to see what I'm doing, y'all just comment on here or message me afterwards, and I will send you my jot form. You will just have to edit it to make it to where it's your email that like you'll get the responses when people fill it out, but I can also help you know how to do that if you've never used it. I just think it's really helpful because it's just all in one place. So for my jot form, I printed out this. It's a QR code. Hopefully y'all can see me. I don't know if I'm like spotlighted or what, but it says pre-order for harvest collection with a QR code, scan QR code to fill out my pre-order form, submit by August 28th. So that way they are able to, in their mail, it's going to be in with this. So as soon as they see it, they're going to have this, which I think is going to be huge, because like if somebody sees it and they want it right then, they're going to be more likely to go in and say they want it right then instead of waiting. And then they might forget, or they may not be as excited about it 3 days later. If they see this and they want to order as soon as they get this, they're more likely probably to fill it out. So we'll see how that works. But I just made this on Canva, put my QR code for the jot form so they can just scan that, and it'll take them straight to my jot form. And then I will reach out with them and send them their invoice. And I really think this is going to be good this year. So like Nicole said, this is thick. So I will tell you what I do with my mail and how I do it to make it affordable. It is going to be over, if you're sending it in a regular envelope, which is what I'm doing, it is going to be over the 1 Forever stamp. If you put a sample with it, I don't know, let's see, this thing on its own is, okay, 0.7 ounces. So if it's over an ounce, you need more than 1 stamp. But I've been putting this little QR code, I put the sample of the scent of the month in it, and then it was over an ounce. So if you are wanting to do it and do it affordable, go to this post office, get your Forever stamps. It needs a Forever stamp, a regular stamp, but they also sell additional ounce stamps. That is like if it's over an ounce, which most of the time, if you're going to put this in with something with a sample, it's going to be, if you don't have a scale, it's going to be over if it has that much in it. Put the additional ounce stamp. It'll be cheaper than mailing it as a package. It's not too thick to go through and won't go as a package. You only need the stamp and an additional ounce stamp. So that's what I have found to be the best for me. And I'm seeing the questions. Yes. So the jot form, when somebody fills it out, you get an email and that shows everything they want. And then you can actually go back into the jot form website and see everything that everybody has filled out in detail. I also like it because there's a question on mine where it says, if you're interested in getting 3.5 off Scentsy, if you're interested in getting paid off your order. So if anybody's interested in hosting or joining the scale of 1 to 5, they can say if they're interested in those things. So that also can help you know, hey, maybe this person will do a party in the fall with all the stuff that they're getting. So like I said, if you want to either see the jot form that I'm doing or this, comment here and I'll make sure to go look at the comments when I'm finished, or message me on Facebook, or I'll put my number in the chat, because I want you to do what you feel like is going to be the most helpful for you. Let's see my notes.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't use. Can you? Am I talking, or
Yeah.
can you hear me? Okay, I have used Jotform before, and it's been hit or miss. Like one time, I had so many pre-orders for Jotform, and then another time I didn't. But I haven't been as consistent with it as Caitlin has. Caitlin's done it more than I have. I have just been a pen and paper type of person. If you don't want to mess with Jotform, or you know that overwhelms you to think about that, get a notebook and write the person's get a blank sheet of paper and just put pre-orders at the top, write their name down and what they want. And then, because that's what I'm doing, like kind of like throughout my party, since I'm sharing sneak peeks early of each thing, like the people that comment and say, "Oh, I want it," I'm just writing it down on a piece of paper, and then going ahead and a few days before, obviously the first, I'll get their Venmo or whatever, and I'll place the orders for them. That's the thing too. If y'all are new to this, pre-orders, basically we're just taking the money ahead of time, and whenever it comes out, we order for them. That's what we could say as a pre-order. So, so anyway, just
Yes.
however,
And
however you think is going to be beneficial to you, do that.
yes, and I do still sometimes write it down on a paper. I like to also print out, like this is what I'm doing right now for my where did I put it? My football. It's actually under my computer, I think. Oh, maybe not. Anyway, I had a pre-order form that I started writing stuff down for the NFL warmers. So I do like to write them down too. The part that I like most about jot form is all in one place. So if somebody missed a certain warmer that's coming out or something, they can see everything. So that's why I like it too. I mean, it's nice to have it together, but I do still like pen and paper. But just to make sure everybody sees anything, that works for me. And the more you share that link, the more people are going to get on there and order. I have been doing jot form for a while now, so people know that I do that for big collections. But the more, or even if somebody messages me and says, "Hey, I want to order the September warmer of the month," I'll say, "Hey, here's my jot form link if you want to go on and fill it out." They might get on there and see another warmer they like too, and order more than just that one warmer. So I know some people do this with like Google Forms. I don't know how to do that, but if you're more familiar with Google, you can also look into that. So one thing I will also say, with the NFL warmers, I know a lot of you are wanting to, if you're a leader, if you have people in your team, you're wanting to be paid at title, you're wanting your teamies to do things as well. And so the NFL warmers that we had in the past sold pretty well. People really like them for Christmas gifts. Even if you're not a football person, share it, because you never know who might see that. And Monday could be a really big day for all of us if you really take the time to promote that. If you know somebody that likes a certain team, message them and send them a picture of the warmer. I think Monday could really be a big day, and I'm hoping still for Beetlejuice this month. I'm hoping, because I think I'm not a Beetlejuice fan. I don't even know, but I think that it'll be a big thing. I think a lot of people have been excited about it. So,
Caitlin, you hadn't even seen it, have you?
no, I don't even know what it is.
That came out before you were born.
So, but there's people that like it. And that's one thing I was actually telling one of my teammates that's on here right now earlier. She just started and she was like, "I'm not really a football fan." I said, "But share it anyway, because you never know who's watching that might like football, even if you don't like it. There might be somebody that likes Beetlejuice and I don't." So,
Yeah.
another thing I wanted to say too, and some of you that have been here for a little while know how this works, so this might be repeated information, but use the reporting section of your workstation for your benefit, because let me see, I was going to try to share my screen really quickly, and I also can show y'all my jot form too. I meant to do that. Let me see. Nicole, if you want to say anything while I do this, or if not, that's fine. It'll just take me a second.
I was gonna say our team, and I don't know, Caitlin will probably, she might say hers too, but so far, what is today? The
22nd.
22nd. So we have a week, right over a week left. We have done like y'all have done awesome. I know that a lot of times right now it is seriously hard, and y'all have been hearing me say this for a couple months. Summer is hard right now. It's not even just the economy, but also election year. Like it's always lower, but it's, even though it's been slow, our team has over 50,000 in sales, and that is incredible. That's we're gonna be higher than we were last month. And I have seen so many of y'all sharing all the things all the time and really working your businesses. So I encourage y'all. Y'all are doing great. I can't wait to see where we end the month. I think I have over 30 active frontline now, which is awesome. Like I'm just super impressed when I've looked through. And I wanted to shout out Jessica Lusk and Tori Poteet because both of y'all are over 2,000 already for the month. So that's super exciting. So already getting that extra pay. But but I will do more shout outs. There's literally only I don't have time to prepare much for that. But it has been a great month. And we still like if you start a last chance first glance party now, I mean, just this next week. Take the next week. You haven't done it yet? It's fine. Just go start one now, start one tomorrow, or start one Monday. And you could do that. You don't know who's watching you. That's what Caitlin just touched on about the NFL. You might not have a single person order it, but you might have 5 people that ordered Lord of the Rings. We're all going to have different customer bases. We're all going to have, and just because you might not like something, that means somebody else ain't going to like it. So don't share it because you don't like it. Because you share everything, and you'll be surprised to see, who likes certain things. I mean, I'm always surprised about collections, and sometimes I have really good orders for it. Sometimes I don't, but I can say 100% harvest collection, Christmas or holiday collection. That's going to be October 1st, and I think, well, I guess those are the biggest ones of the year for me.
Most
And if you
people it
set,
is, yes.
yeah, and if you set yourself up and if you share that stuff now and put yourself out there now, you can do really well this fall. I mean, fall is always a time of growth for us. So I'm really excited to see. So start it now. Do it now. And if you want to be invited maybe to one of ours, Caitlin's or mine, I don't mind letting you be in it to see how I do it.
Yeah. I was looking at the comments. I will say, Tanisha, you said that sometimes you didn't get emails. There is a setting in there, and I can show you how I did that. There's a setting you have to make sure you have it to where you'll get emailed. So I know that one time I wasn't getting it, but you can go in and change that so you'll get an email whenever you get notified. And Rebecca, thank you for saying you'll share the jot form because I just tried to share my screen and it's not letting me. So what I will say with the reporting tab, some of you may know this. If not, go into your reporting. Mine has changed, so it might be different from some of y'all's for some reason. But if you go to the reporting tab and go to either if yours says my customers or if it says view sales report, click on that. And you're going to see something that says discontinued products. You can see everything that any customer has ever ordered that is being discontinued at the end of this month. Message them and say, hey, just want to let you know that this wax bar that you loved is leaving at the end of this month. It is 10% off, so you can stock up if you love it, or you can add it to always get my bar and get it forever. So make sure that you're sharing the things that are leaving because that will definitely help you with sales for this month as well. And same thing for NFL. If you've been around for a little while and you were here when we had the football warmers before, go on to the reporting. This is different. You don't go to discontinued products, but under the same section, it says customer purchase history. See everything a customer has ordered. You can see product history, product purchase history, see who ordered a specific product. That's what you would click, and you would just type in NFL. So go back to, I don't know, 2 years ago. I don't remember when those came out. And you can see everything that every NFL warmer that anybody's ordered. You can message them and say like, hey, the NFL warmers are coming back. 10 helmets and different teams are coming, and you can share that with them. They might order more of the ones they already had for gifts, or they might want to order the helmet. So let them know that there's two wax bars coming out, one new one. So the reporting tab is very helpful especially as you've been with Scentsy for a little while, to be able to look back and say, okay, these people ordered it before, let's follow up with them. So I think that's all the things that I was going to talk about. Are there any questions? I wrote down y'all's names as I saw you comment about the jot form if you wanted that. So if anybody else does, let me know. Are there any questions or any things y'all want to add? We have a few minutes. We can kind of have it open if anybody wants to share anything maybe you're struggling with or anything that's worked well for you this month, or if you have any like questions for what you can do maybe for the rest of the month that we haven't touched on, because we still have 9 more days left of the month. So still plenty of time to reach the goals for the end of the month. If there is
So
anybody, you can put it in the
I'll
chat
say
or
something real quick too. Also off of, you could definitely do the discontinued list. I mean, like Caitlin was talking about, and searching those and print it off. And it's a lot. Like if you go through the last maybe year of everybody that's ordered from you, it's going to be a lot of people. Some people you might look at and not want to message, but print them off. Take 15 minutes here and there and send messages as you go. You don't need to feel like you have to do it all at one time. That's a lot. Also, Cincy Connect app. That
Mm,
is a huge, huge resource. If you're not taking advantage of that app, start it, because it will simplify your life. I'm all about doing things that are going to simplify your life and every day. And I'm going to tell you right now, I don't get on there every day. I should. I hadn't been. I have been doing better though. I just have to form that habit. But getting on there, it tells you, who to connect with. You can also, there's also, I think, a tab underneath there that says something like promotional marketing, or like, so it told me like who might be interested in the Lord of the Rings collection. And I think it was like who might reorder. So like it's pretty much like every 3 months. If it's somebody hadn't ordered in 3 months, they'll come up and you can send a follow up that way. So definitely use the Cincy Connect app. There was, and I shared this, I think I shared this with y'all, but I started a VIP chat, text chat group. So anybody that wants updates, outside of my VIP group, I'm on Facebook. Anybody that wants text updates, all the stuff coming out, they can join that, and I will text them. So, and I use the Hit 'em Up app, and I do mass text messaging. So I'll say over the last week when I've used that, and I shared the bundles that came out today. What was it? Something that happened last week. Every time that I've shared lately something with those people, I've gotten orders. Those are the people that if they sign up for those, then they really want to know everything that's going on with Cincy. And those are the people to talk to about, you know, doing parties for you, Cincy Club, signing up. So maybe that's an idea that y'all could toss around too.
yes. We have about 8 minutes left. It is a cutoff thing for this one, but I figured that's still plenty of time. We did want to touch on, if there's any other comments or questions, feel free to put it in the chat. Or talk on here, but we did want to touch a little bit on the incentive. Nicole, was there anything you wanted to say about that?
So yes. So I am always, I mean, obviously the fall are always excites me, but then normally if we have a trip incentive period, it always starts like at the fall season, which is really awesome of Cincy, because that's always when we have the best sales and all that. We have 6 months of the incentive period to be able to hit what we want to do. Where are y'all at? Or have any of y'all hit any goals with the incentive yet? Um, I'm shocked at the numbers that at what you can get, at what points you can get if you promote. And if you have somebody that joins your team that promotes, the sponsoring points are high. Like, Caitlin even noticed it before I did, that I had already hit level 1 just by from sponsoring points, because 3 of my girls hit lead. And I didn't even realize this. I was like, holy crap, I've hit level 1 already. So I'm like, okay, I am going for level 5. Like I'm doing level 5. And I've already know, like I'm picking Minnesota. Like that's going to be my trip. I'm not, but where are you at with the incentive trip? Do you want to go? Are you hoping to go to SFR? Or the cruise? I mean, shoot. And especially if you're new consultants have more opportunity to go on a trip than even ones that are like us that have been around for a long time, because you can have so many of those points that you can earn quickly from hitting sensational start, promoting, have somebody join under you. So um that's also a really exciting thing to keep in mind too, and remember to check that and check that every day. It updates every morning. So go and see how many points you have, because y'all might not have done that lately, and set a goal. Because Cincy trips are awesome. Cincy trips are huge. I mean, there is nobody that treats anybody like Cincy does. And I can say that because Caitlin and I have been on a couple already. We'll be going to Bora Bora in December, which is still also crazy. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, go do what you can to go on a trip, because you will never want to miss another trip again. You're muted.
Let me also say this. It can be very intimidating when you look at the big picture. And I'm not gonna lie, I get intimidated every single time because I'm like, how am I gonna do this? I still have 0 sponsoring points, and I am not okay with that. Now, I don't think I will be e even in the next 2 weeks, but, um, I am still like, okay, well, I need to sponsor. I need to have high sales. I need to help my people that are joining get to the next level. I need to, for those that want it. And we can only do what the best we can do, and we can't control what our teammates are going to do. But I will also tell you this: sometimes I know I could do more. I know that sometimes I can ask myself, am I asking enough people about joining? Am I sharing the business opportunity enough with people? Am I telling Cincy telling about what Cincy's done for me? Am I doing these things enough? Because I want every single one of you to go on this trip, and I want you to know that it's possible for every single one of you. It is, you do not, one thing I love about Cincy trips is you don't have to be a certain title to get a trip. It's hard, it's difficult for everybody. Everybody starts at 0 points. And I think it's just important to remember, like, I can only focus on what I can do today. Today, I'm going to do the little tasks to get the incentive trip. What do I need to do? Have sponsoring conversations. Okay, I'm probably going to get tons of no's. Same thing for parties, but I'm going to keep asking even when I get those no's, because you will get a yes. And you never know who's going to join your team that is going to help you grow, and who's going to do great things themselves, and also go on an incentive trip with you. So if that's even something you're interested in, I do think it's also good how they have the points this time. Even if you just want to say, I just want to get on the trip, I want to get on there. And, if you can plan out trying to do flights yourself, it's good that they're doing it in more levels this time, so you can at least get there and experience it. So I just want to encourage y'all, if any of you are working on the incentive trip, don't feel like you have to if that's not something you want to do. But if it's something that you want to do, you absolutely can. And it's easy. Don't compare to other people. Somebody might have 10,000 sponsoring points already, Nicole, and I have 0. But it's okay. We can't compare to other people, and just be like, what can I do to get to where I want to be? So we have about 3.5 minutes left. Let's see. I see a comment. Where do you get your picture to share? That is okay, Linda. If you want to, Nicole, is she on your team?
I can't see hold on.
Okay, she must be, but if message me or Nicole, and we can help you with that, because I don't want to run out of time and not be able to answer your questions. You're muted, Nicole. I don't know what's going on.
Okay. There are some really good groups to join. There's a group called Real Life Pics, no flyers or whatever. You get pictures from that. But I encourage you, when you get stuff in, when you're packaging orders for people, if you get them to come to your house, there's a warmer you really like, get it out, take a picture of it. Take pictures of for yourself. When you have your own pictures, they're going to go a lot further than, people just recycling the same pictures over and over and over again. I can't see the other question. Yeah. Because I've got my phone side. Yeah, anytime I do that, it's messing up. So,
okay. Anything else? I just want to encourage y'all to keep going, because those of you that are on my team, and I Nicole shared kind of their numbers. A lot of you are doing really awesome. Don't be hard on yourself. Ask yourself, like, what can I do today to get to my goal? Maybe it's asking 3 people to book a party. If 3 people say no, then try again tomorrow. Just keep sharing the things that Cincy gives us, because we have lots of things we can still share for this month. And we absolutely can always take 5 minutes to message people. And so sometimes having that Connect app is nice, but also having the printed discontinuing list is helpful too.
Yeah, and I will say real quick, today I started a whole new VIP group. Like, that's just where I'm at. I have, now that y'all know, I've been with Cincy 5 years. I've got to a place where, and I don't know, I mean, lately it's been the algorithm. There's been a lot happening in my personal life, and I know I hadn't been on top of it as much as I was at one point. There's some things I got to work on with that and time management. It's been crazy the last 2 weeks of my life. But I was like, I told Caitlin, I was like, interaction is down. VIP page is dead. Like I'm so sick of this. I'm tired of it. You know, I have a lot of people in my group, a lot of them don't interact. So I was like, forget it. I'm starting a whole new group. And the people that are going to be in there, the ones that really want to be in there, is going to weed people out because I'm tired of doing the clean out posts. And then, you know, people say they want to stay and then they don't interact, they don't buy, whatever. So, yeah, I just went on to, it was a wild hair and I just started a whole new VIP group. And I've had a really good response so far um, from that. And